All right, I'm not sure if you heard this, but AutoZone is closing at least 725 locations, especially in California. So, what does that mean to the aftermarket auto repair business? Well, if shops do not need AutoZones and Advances and Pep Boys and O'Reillys and the brick and mortar style stores, right? If the consumer doesn't consume auto repair and the shops aren't seeing the consumers consume auto repair, um, the brick and mortar stores are going to be forced to be closed. That's how this works. So there's no doubt I've seen my own business where auto repair consumers aren't consuming auto repair for one reason or another. Is it because of the cost of inflation, um, along with the presidential election and all the other disasters that have happened in 2024? Disasters, right? And the border, and that all affects new car sales, used car sales, and auto repair. They all work together. They all work together. You need new car sales to produce used car sales, and to produce used cars, and then they filter into the service departments at the dealerships and service repair facilities around the world. If the consumer is not consuming auto repair and they're putting it off absolutely as far as they possibly can, um, that hits home fast for auto repair. Therefore, it would hit harder in the parts stores, right? So you had 100 shops for one AutoZone or Advanced. Those auto shops or auto repair centers have seen a flat or declining sales trend. That auto parts store servicing those 100 centers is going to be devastated. That's just how it works. And if the company doesn't forecast a correction in 2025, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the consumers, they see, and now they have the data, they see more consumers ordering online. They say, all right, well, our online business is better than brick and mortar. Let's just stop the bleeding and start closing stores. I can't speak for California. All I can do is speak for my shop in the Northeast. Is that there's definitely something that has went on in the Northeast, and it was, in my opinion, uh, it is driven by an election year. It was driven by the border. It was driven by inflation, um, and it has affected consumers. So, are we going to see more of those close around here? I would say I saw Pep Boys close their retail parts and consumer shopping experience. There is no more Pep Boys. It's only Pep Boys service. Um, so if that tells you, they were the leader, and I can remember when I was a kid going into Pep Boys with my dad, lines and lines of people standing at the parts counter. Lines, when I tell you, always lines of people, and educated people behind the counter servicing those people who knew cars and knew how to handle the customer, knew how to help the customer. And then also those said people in the parking lot working on their cars or in their driveways. And I just showed April a place. Was AutoZone? Was AutoZone down in Camden?
What about it?
Remember I showed? I said, they must have a sale.
Oh yeah.
So there's an AutoZone or auto something in Camden. Now Camden is a huge area. Not saying anything bad about Camden or Collins, whatever, but a lot of dense population, and probably your lower to higher income levels, right? We're not saying that it's the richest neighborhood. We're not saying it's the poorest neighborhood. We're just saying dense population of a medium income or less. We drove by there and people had their hoods popped all over the place and working on their cars in their parking lot. So I was like, and it's not uncommon to see that there, but this day was so busy that I was like, they must have a sale on oil or wiper blades or something. But that's only in certain areas. Like your inner cities are going to see that. You're not going to see that in Morristown, AutoZone or Advance. You're not going to see that in, and I'm just giving you the upper echelon neighborhoods. Morristown is upper echelon neighborhood in my area. Cherry Hill, you're not going to see that there. Marlton, you're not going to see that there. So closer to the inner cities, you're going to see that go on. So are we going to see more of them close? I don't know. It's not a positive sign when you see one of your biggest brick and mortar auto parts stores closing down and pulling back. Thanks for watching.